A passport bro has died in the Philippines. Now, I made a video about this passport bro about a month ago because he was kidnapped in the Philippines. The kidnappers were trying to get him. He was resisting, and they shot him, while trying to get him to come. They shot him in the leg, and then it's now came out that he was shot in the leg and the abdomen, and he did die from those gunshot wounds. And the kidnappers had dumped his body, and the police in the Philippines found him. Okay. Now the passport bros were mad that I made the video. They think that it's a dig to say, men rather go all the way to another country than marry an American. If you want to risk your life, that's you. But I'm not saying the man deserved to die, but there is definitely a problem with going to other countries, to marry women, to exploit women. I mean, when y'all get up here and say, yeah, I'm going over here because my money goes longer, and they're easier to please, and they want an American. That's exploiting them. And this man, again, I'm not saying that he deserved to die, but he had a YouTube channel, and he had multiple videos that were titled "Living in the Most Dangerous City in the Philippines," "Opening a Store in the Most Dangerous City in the Philippines," "Live Streaming in the Most Dangerous City in the Philippines." That's exploiting a country. You are exploiting that country. You are a foreigner. You are not from there, but you're trying to take videos and profit off of showing how dangerous the city is, how unlivable it is to be there, like how poor it is. That's exploitation. And if you will put your life in danger just for a couple dollars, like, come on now. I don't understand, like, what doesn't click to them when they come into my comments trying to defend this behavior. It's just weird.
Passport bro in America need to honestly learn the hard way, sincerely. They don't just come to the Philippines and do whatever they want. They ramp up the economy, they ramp up the state of the country, and then they utilize the women in the Philippines to do whatever they want. And it's not just the women in the Philippines, it's women in general. Wherever they go, passport bro, because women in the Americas are no longer suitable for marriage in whatever terms they think marriage is. So these men go to the extreme length to go to foreign countries, potentially risking their lives. And these women also, let's not forget that they're also self-aware. They know that you are coming for them, because sometimes Americans tend to think that the world is slow, like the Americas. No offense to my American audience. I know that 80% of my content is watched by Americans, and you guys are the ones supporting me. I do appreciate you guys spending your money on me, watching me, supporting me with your dollar, but things need to be said as well, right? And the honest truth, it needs to be said. You guys, I don't understand. If you can get a woman in your country, you won't struggle with women anywhere else. But if you cannot get women in your country, you are going to actually have a terrible time. You're literally just going to have a miserable time wherever you go. Literally. So these countries, these people in the specific countries tend to be tired of passport bros, of people literally coming to exploit the country, rather with the community that they built. And you're coming with your entitled mindset, and you think, I think Americans as well, they're not aware that they think of themselves like the America thinks of itself. Like America thinks that it's superior to everyone. America thinks that it can do whatever it wants to everyone. America thinks that it's superior. And once you're outside, you literally just have to do the detoxing America journey, basically. You go to America, my kid. You go to America, or you go to outside of South Africa, or whatever your place is of origin. You go out of that place, and you go with your mindset. And there was a lady as well in South Africa as well who did a digital nomad video. We talk about them, we complain about them, they ramp up the prices. They think that they're superior, they think that they're doing us a favor. You are an economic refugee. I think we're not saying there's enough. We're really not saying it to the extent that should be said. It's wild, sincerely, because if you're gonna have this conversation of possible bro and the tragedies that they do, literally it's a lot of them, and we're also not holding them accountable for the things that they do because, well, it's America, and I don't think they're even aware of the things that they do. They're not even aware of the things that I do. So it's wild, man. Like, really, it's wild. It's really wild. So interestingly, they never learn. On top of that, they keep going to those specific country hoping to find another lady to exploit. And sometimes these girls have families, they have boyfriends, and like I said, America tends to think of itself as superior, and everybody else is inferior, literally. And by the time they started going to, let's look at the Vietnamese War, and they started going there and they lost tragically, and what they did to the American soldiers, literally venomous. Like, it's something that's also not talked enough in history because America faced one of its brutality when they go to those states of country to invade them, basically, and do whatever they want to do. And you do that indirectly, in a way. You do it indirectly when you go to countries, underdeveloping countries, to look for a wife. You do that hoping that you can find a subservient woman who has less education, who is not economically stable to stand on her feet. This woman will literally follow your orders around and just follow you about because, one, probably, like I said, she comes from a poor background. She needs the money. She hopes that being by your presence, she'll get to America, probably get a green card, and that's why she's probably tolerating you to the extent that she's tolerating. And I cannot blame her. Can you blame her? No. Why? Because you went there looking for her. You wouldn't have come across the problems that you've come across if you just stayed home and watched TV and find a nice American woman to settle down with. But you don't want to do the work. You don't want to do the work, basically. So it's very interesting, really, very interesting to really think about.